Bob Streeter III, will share his journey of burn trauma recovery from a young age of 8. He will share about the turning point in his life when he became determined never to quit, when he started thinking he was really capable of following his dream despite the physical and emotional challenges he experienced. Please welcome Bob Streeter.
Good morning, family. Mr. Allen, I just want to thank you for your vision. Thank you for your vision. Love you. Come on, give yourself a big hand. I am so humbled and delighted to be before champions. All of you are so courageous, and we're family because we have shared so much with one another. You know, what I'm about to share today, I just want to first and foremost give God all the glory because we serve a good God. And when I see all of you here, I say, thank you, Jesus. Somebody showed up. But I want to say that this has been my first time here, and really it's one of those things that I literally envisioned. I didn't share this. The only person I shared it with was my wife. I said, I would love to just have the opportunity to go to the conference, meet and greet the folks, and just let them know that don't give up hope. Continue to move forward. You already won. And to be here today, I just say that thank you, a sincere thank you to all of you. And I was telling the ladies throughout the conference here, I'm a hugger, so I like to hug everybody. I say, you know, and I had my pants on. I said, I'm going to wear my shorts. Hey, don't my legs look good? Thank God for bio. Yeah. I say, if y'all want to make it rain, y'all can make it rain, and all the donations go to the Phoenix Society. Is that fair enough? But one thing about being family, no matter what you go through as a family, we all go through struggles. We all have that conversation for one another. But it's so important for a family to celebrate. Am I right or wrong? Hit it on the 1 and 2s, okay? Crank it up, crank it up. I'm from down south. We get up. Yeah. Now I want you to start just clapping your hands, and I'm going to tell you what you got to say. Come on. Come on. Yeah. If you feel like getting on your feet, get on your feet. Now, this is what we're going to say. I'm on my way to the top. Y'all got it? Let's practice. Everybody say, I'm on my way to the top. I'm on my way to the top. Not looking back. I'm on my way to the top. You got it. Come on, ladies. All the ladies say, I'm on my way to the top. Not looking back. I'm on my way to the top. All right now. Now, fellas, we can't let the ladies undo us, right? Come on now. Keep clapping your hands. Fellas, are you ready? I want to hear that bass. On my way to the top. Where you going? On the way to the top. Oh, sound good. All right, at the count of 3, when I say 1, 2, 3, I want everybody at the sound of your voice say, I'm on my way to the top. Is that fair enough? Is that fair enough? 1, 2, 3, come on the way to the top. Look at the person next to you. On the way to the top. All right, give yourself a big hand. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, y'all feeling good? Everybody feeling good out there? By show of hands, now, I want to say this. You can fade down the music, that's fine, real quick. When I speak to you today, you know how you ask people how they doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. And I have twins, and well, how you doing, son? I'm straight. I'm cool, everything. What I'm about to say this morning is not for the person that everything is okay, everything is smooth, no difficulties. This morning, I want to talk to somebody that has cried in the midnight hour. I want to talk to somebody that's sick and tired of being sick and tired and want to go to a whole new level in their life. Is anybody like that here? I just want to know who I'm going to be talking to this morning, because it's so important for us to realize that each and every day, yes, we have 24 hours, but in that 24 hours, you have 1,440 seconds. You can't get it back. You can't add on to it. So we have to invest and tell our story that, yes, you see the scars on my body. Yes, but let me tell you a story. And when you start to share your story of being courageous, anybody ever experienced pain in here? Physical pain? Yeah, we all go through that. But I want to share with you my story, because my story is his story. And after I finish, I can tell you who the his is. Is that all right? August 1967. 1 year before this great man right here visualized the Phoenix Society. Started in 1968. Correct. He didn't know that with the vision that he wanted to start in 1968 was a setup for this 8-year African-American black colored boy in Richmond, Virginia. You know, I love autumn. Autumn is a beautiful time of the year, you know. If you could just imagine just one moment. I met a young man, his name is Jack. I don't know if Jack is here. And Judith, I love you. Jude, I love you because you are responsible for me to be here. Jack, about 9 years old. And I said, Jack, how you doing? And I just bent down. And as soon as I bent down and started to talk to Jack, it was just like it came to me that I was that size, very short. And as an 8-year-old enjoying the fall, the autumn in Virginia, it was a beautiful August day. And then all of a sudden, my mother woke me up. She said, baby, she called me Bobby. Bobby, I'm going to drop you off at your grandmother's house right up the street, as they say in the South, right up the street, and I'm going to go to work. And as I got in the car with her and drove up to a short trip to my grandmother's house and my other relatives, my uncle was there, my grandmother was there. And as she let me out of the car, I never forget this, as a little 8-year-old boy. She kissed me softly on the forehead and looked me in the eyes and said, baby, it's going to be a great day today. And I said, yes, ma'am. Go ahead on to Big Mama. She's going to take care of you today. So as my mother drove off, heading to work, I was blessed. Now, in my household, I had two mothers. I had a biological mother that didn't raise me, but I had a stepmother that raised me. And if you're a stepmother and you're raising a child that didn't come out of your womb, that's love. And my dad, Papa was a rolling stone. And as I went into my grandmother's house, she said, Bobby, why don't you just go out and play? Your Uncle Dookie is raking up leaves. Just go out and play and have a good time. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, what are we going to have to eat for lunch? We're going to have some grits and chicken. I said, all right, Grandma. Can nobody cook the grits and chicken like my grandmother? I tell you, she can make a sweet potato pie and make your toes curl while you're eating it. Those are good food. So as I went out there, I saw my uncle, and he was raking the leaves on an autumn day. And me being a mischievous child, I would pick up a stick and just stick the stick in the different leaves. And I literally would jump in the leaves. And he said, boy, keep from jumping into those leaves there. So he kept raking it and raking it and raking it. And there was a pile already on fire there. I did not know that the very leaves that I was picking up a stick and poking it had a small flicker of fire on it. So when I took the stick and I poked it in there, simultaneously, my uncle, not seeing me on the other side of the huge pile of leaves, when he threw the kerosene on the fire of the leaves, there was an explosion, literally. And at that moment, I was going, oh my God, ah! And the pain was so severe that tears just rolled down my eyes. I was going, oh, Jesus. And then he took my limp body. He covered me. He actually saved my life. He was hysterical. Oh, I can't believe what had happened here. He took the shirt literally off of his back and draped my limp body. And at that time, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see a flash of light, anything. The only thing I felt was the most intense pain that you could ever experience as a child. The pain was so intense that I literally defecated on myself. That's how intense it was. And at that moment, I just say, breathe, breathe. I just wanted to breathe. It's just like if you're going underwater, and then you'd ever swim, and you go underwater, and you want to come up for air, and the only thing I could do is say, breathe, breathe. Oh. And the moment that I breathed, I exhaled. They rushed me inside of the house. Everybody in a hysterical panic, what to do, call 911. Bobby, are you all right? Are you all right? And I can imagine with my small limp body, they had a sink, and they cradled my body over the sink. And my aunt, she ran from the other room, and she got some Vaseline and was rubbing it. I'm going, oh, I'm sorry, baby. And in a moment of time, I have no idea how much time transpired. The next thing I know, I was inside the rescue squad car. And I love first responders. I love volunteer firemen. All of them apart. And the only thing I could hear as I was on the gurney, I would say, the stretcher, was the driver saying, what's his vitals? He said, I don't know, man. I think he's going into shock. We got to get downtown. And I was so wonderfully blessed that in my hometown of Richmond, Virginia, they had one of the leading burn centers, the Medical College of Virginia Burn Center. And we lived in the rural area. How many of y'all know about living in the country? Y'all don't know about living in the country. Y'all city folks. Grew up in a home that didn't even have running water. When my friends would say, boo-boo, can I use the bathroom? Sure, go out about 500 yards to the left. Make sure that you shut the door, okay? And that was kind of embarrassing, even as a child. So they're rushing me. Only thing, I looked up and I could just hear the sweeps of the wind against that vehicle. It was just like, shh, and I heard the sound, woo, 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 woo. And the next thing I know, I heard the sound of the double doors going through the emergency room. And this nurse said, baby, you're going to be all right. The most angelic face I had ever seen before. And she said, baby, it's going to be all right. And they rushed me into emergency surgery. They said time had passed, about an hour and a half later. The surgeons came out of the double doors. My family, as I was told, they were surrounded by my hospital bed. I could see my mother with her cheeks just quivering and just trying to hold back the tears. And family members cradled around that bedroom where I was in, and I could hear them just saying prayers. Say, Lord, just save him, help him, help him. And as I slowly opened up my eyes, And I saw my mother's face. My uncle, Uncle Dookie, he was so dejected. He was so hurt. He was there just holding my hand. Sometimes in life, when you go through challenges, you need somebody to hold your hand. You need somebody to tell you, it's going to be all right. And the doctor said, young man, can you hear me? And I said, yes, sir, I can hear you. He said that you may notice that there's a lot of bandages on your leg, and your leg is severely bent. We had to do emergency surgery to get you satisfactory. Okay. And I said, yes, sir. And he said, some people said it was kind of cruel for the doctor to say, he said, young man, we're going to do the best I can, but as we see now, we don't know if you're going to be able to walk again. We got to fight infection first. And he said, do you realize that, young man, I'm 8 years old, and I'm just saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my legs were severely bent, but I was determined. And I looked that doctor in the eye that had more degrees than a thermometer, and I told him, I'm going to walk again. I'm going to walk again. And my family that was around the table, they kind of just looked in awe because they think that I was going to yell out in pain and everything, but I was so focused. When I talk about focus, follow on course until successful, that was the start of my race. When I told that doctor that I'm going to walk again. And sometimes you got to affirm in yourself where you want to go in the future. We have to relinquish who we are for what is set up for our future for the good. And sometimes that can be the hardest thing in the world to do, because sometimes we want to talk ourselves out of things that are already set up for us to go to a whole new level. Time passed. I had a nurse. I love nurses. No matter, I crisscross this country speaking, and if you say you're a nurse, I say, I'm sorry, I just got to give you a hug. And then I tell them the story. She say, I'm glad I'm a nurse today. Going through, and some of you know, the physical therapy aspect can be grueling. I never forget, as I was going through the physical therapy, I had bandages on my legs, and they slowly started to take off the bandages, going through several surgeries. And they say, Bobby, we're going to do it. And that nurse, she said, baby, now I'm 8 years old. She made it plain. What we're going to do, we're going to take away the apostrophe T. Yes, ma'am. See, the word I can't is I-C-A-N apostrophe T. And she said, baby, we're going to take away the apostrophe T. I said, yes, ma'am. And what do you have left after the apostrophe T? I said, I can. And she said, yes, Bobby, you can. You know why? Because I'm going to hold your hand. It's going to be rough. Sometimes it can be rough for you, but somebody going to hold your hand, guide your way, and let you know that step by step by step, you're going to make it. All you got to do is believe, and then your faith starts to kick in. Yeah. Yeah. She said, baby, yeah, I can. And I don't know if she was a church lady or nothing, but she whispered in your ear, you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. I said, yes, ma'am. And she worked with me from day to day. Now, we talk about the hardship. How many of you ever been crying at night? Shed some tears. I'm a man, I cry like a baby. I started at the age of 8. And I would cry and cry after the doctors would come in, the family would come in. And, you know, it's sad sometimes that the family didn't even have faith that I would be able to walk again. True story. They said, well, Bobby, I don't think you'll be able to walk again. We'll make accommodations and everything. And I'm 8 years old, and not being disrespectful. But I said, I appreciate it, but what you say about me is none of my business. Yeah. And every day, that burn nurse, she encouraged me step by step. And the day that I took my first step, I had the bandages on, and she said, Bobby, you ready? You ready, baby? Remember what I said? You can do what? I can. I can do it. I can do it. She said, okay, take one step now. And my knees are just shaking like this. They had it on the balancer. She said, baby, I got your hand, I got your arm right now. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly let go of your arm. Yes, ma'am, you can do it, Bobby. You can do it. And as I took that first step, I fell straight on my face, down on the floor. And it was like dead silence. Dead silence in the room. And as I fell on the floor, my mother came walking in the room. And she had tears in her eyes and said, oh, my baby, I saw you, Steve. I saw you making that step. And as I was on the floor, everybody was like freezing, like, oh, are you all right? And I had the biggest smile that I have like today. And I would say, I'm going to walk. It's on. Yeah. So, started to slowly walk. And let me say this. Sometimes people can be cruel because they don't understand. They don't really understand. They don't understand that we are a masterpiece, and a masterpiece cannot be duplicated. Yes, you are called to a charge that a lot of people are not able to fulfill. Yes, so you don't need to hold your head up, down, and like this and walk. No, you pull your shoulders up, hold your head high, and say, I'm here. And sometimes in life, that simple application of saying, I'm here, speaks volume. Because each of you here, somebody is watching you. You are like the ever-ready battery. You are the one that recharged them to let them know that they can go through adversity, go through challenges. They are looking at you. They're looking at you. And you know what makes so special about all of us? All of us are collective lights. When you collect light together, you can form a laser. And guess what? A laser can cut through brick, concrete. So for all of us here, we are collective lights. We are a laser for the next century. We are a laser building a legacy in our family so somebody will know that to never, never quit. And when you build yourself together globally, we become a laser that cuts through the mountain of despair, that cuts through the mountain of opposition, that cuts through the mountain of I can't, that cuts through the mountain that no matter what goes on, I'm going to build a tunnel of encouragement. I'm going to build a tunnel of hope. I'm going to build character. I am somebody special. Look at the person next to you, say, I'm beautiful. Come on now. You're beautiful, wonderfully made. Yes. They say, yeah, I know he's from the South, because the people from the South are always yelling. So, folks, let me get back. The kids used to call me crippled, retarded, cruel things, only because they call me retarded because I had to ride on the short bus. Y'all know about the short bus? The only reason that I rode on the short bus, and they were my best friends. They were my best friends because they accepted me for who I am. And the only reason that I rode on the short bus, because on the short bus, I was in a wheelchair, and he had more room in the front. But they don't know. People don't know. They just see, and they, to their assumption, think that you down and out and down for the count. But I'm going to tell you, all of you are champions. When you up against the rope, they're the rope-a-dope. You just rope-a-dope in them. Let them express their negativity. Let them express where, oh, you can't make it. But all the time, you got your guard of faith up. All the time, you believe it in yourself. All the time, you got your perseverance up. And now it's time for you to give your jab of love. Now it's your time to give your jab of hope to them. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm just being me. I'm just being me, folks. Can I be me? That's cool. You be the best at you, and everybody else will realize the value in you. Yeah. So they used to talk that, say, oh, he a cripple. Oh, kids, when I ate at lunch, you know, school lunch is not the great anyway. But when I ate at lunch, they would sit in their own little corner, and I would just eat by myself with my teacher. And my mother heard about it. My stepmother heard about it. She was a bold woman. She didn't play. She said, when I leave this house, she would tell my other brothers and sisters, I expect it to be in order. Because if I want to bring the president in this house, it better be in order. Anybody got any moms like that? Come on now. Yeah. She didn't play. So she found out, what? Where's the teacher? What are you telling me Bobby is eating by himself at lunch? What's going on here? So she had a good conversation with that teacher. I had so many people at my table. It wasn't funny. But there got to be somebody that wants to partner with you on your journey. It don't take but one person. If you got one person with encouragement, you got a majority. Let me say that again. If you got one person in your life that is encouraging you, young lady, you got a majority. Yeah. Don't take but one person to believe. And when you start to believe in your potential, you start to believe that I can make it, guess what? It's going to come to pass. But sometimes in coming to pass, even as I was going through that transition of learning how to walk again, I had another challenge. I stuttered real bad because of the shame of being burned. Imagine this, 8 years old, growing up in a house that was tore up from the floor up as far as the outside, but there was a lot of love there. Friends coming to my house. Boo-boo, can I use the bathroom? Sure, go outside, shut the door. That's embarrassing for an 8-year-old. And then compounded going through the challenge of recovering from my burn. And the family dynamics that there were a member of my family that shut my uncle down, ridiculed him, opposed him, blamed him. But I'm going to tell you, that was only a smokescreen for their own insecurity. Only thing they had to do was believe that I was going to walk again. So I had to go through the family dynamics. And through engaging through all of that family dynamics, I kept my eye focused. What you doing today, Bobby? I'm walking today. In pain, didn't sleep the whole night. What you doing today? I'm walking today. See, ladies and gentlemen, when you got to focus on what you want to do and you have a laser precision that nothing's going to stop you from getting there, it may take you a week, it may take you a month, it may take you years, it may take you a decade, but guess what? You're going to make it. Because what's going to fuel your journey? Your faith and your belief. That's courage. That's courage. When you're facing opposition with incredible odds and people are telling you that you can't make it, and you say to yourself, you affirm to yourself that I'm strong. I am not weak. I am intelligent. I understand where I am right now, and I'm going to a whole new level. And if you affirm that, you're on your way. Speaking about on your way, through middle school, going through the ridicule, I'm like Forrest Gump, got the braces on the legs, kids laughing and everything. But sooner or later, when I entered high school, started to get more strength in my legs, and guess what? The braces came off. You know, sometimes when you're going through things in life, it may be opposition. Those are just braces. But if you take the time and persevere, have that loving tenacity. I mean, what is loving tenacity, Bob? That means that no matter what you're going through, you can wake up in the morning and say, today is going to be the greatest day of my life. I may not know what's in store, but I believe that today is going to be the greatest day in your life. And if you believe it, give yourself a big hand. Yeah. See, let me say something. I am a very dangerous person to be around, because if I'm around you, I'm going to say something positive. And when you're around people that have been around negativity majority of their life, they look like me like I'm trying to sell cocaine or something. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great day. Whoa, man, don't be talking that to me. What? You better hope I win this conversation. I'm trying to encourage you. So the braces came off. Entered high school. In gym class. Always loved to run. Just a little running. Always loved to run. And the track coach said, Bobby, why don't you come out for the track team? I said, Coach, you want me to come to the trial? That's fine. I'll do that. But one thing, Coach, I don't want those kids to be laughing at my legs. I really don't. And the coach said, okay, show up for the half mile, which is 2 laps. That's a trial just to see if you're good enough to be on the team. And when you come up to the line, you can have your trousers on, your sweatpants on, but you got to take it off when we get ready to race. Is that fair enough? And after you finish running, you can put it back on. I said, yes, sir, I can do that. So went up to the line. In life, when they say on the mark, whatever happened to you, you're on your mark. He said, get set. You have to set yourself an expectation that it's going to come to fruition, and you got to be able to know that no matter when he says go, when life tells you to go, you go. And he said, on the mark, Bobby, get set, go. 1 lap, 2 laps. Ooh. Looked at the clock. You just finished running a half mile, Bobby. I said, yes, sir. I'm like this. Yes, sir. Can I put my pants back on? Because they're looking at me. All the kids were like. I said, yeah, come on. Okay, Bobby, come here. You are 2 seconds off of our school record. You on the team. And that coach, I said, I'm really on the team? He said, yeah, I'm on the team. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we are all on the same team. Together, everyone accomplished much. We are all on the same team. And the last time I checked, ain't no I's in team. Now, I went to high school in the best 7 years of my life. No, just joking. I made the team. Was able to start running my junior year, the first year. Was able to make all state. And I was so happy to do that. Then the next year, the senior year came up. Made all state again. And then it was graduation time. And my coach showed up. Hold it tight, Bob. Now, this is a white coach in the late 70s. And if you all know any history, we were just starting to gel together as a people. But this coach did not see color. This coach did not see the scars on my leg. He said, Bobby, you're like a son to me. He didn't have to say that. He said, you're graduating. Congratulations. I just want to tell you that you got a track scholarship to go to college. First one in my family to graduate from college. Yeah. When we talk about team, reminds me of a godly woman that faithfully came and tutored me. She was there at the hospital. She was there at my home. She was there when I tried to hide, so I wanted to go and trick or treat. She would bang on the door. Bobby, I know you there. We're going to get this work done. Come on out. But it was dedication. Dedication. She had never realized that she was planting a seed in my life. She's part of that team. If you don't do nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about courage, develop a team. If you get more than 5 people, you're good. Don't get upset. But if there's going to be somebody that's going to tell you that there's greatness inside of you, 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 there's greatness inside of you. They're on your team. Because they're going to be with you through the tough times. They're going to encourage you. And sometimes it's good to push. The acronym for push is pray until something happens. But anyway, got to push, persevere, and say, you're going to make it. And ladies and gentlemen, when you find people that value you, earnestly love you, and realize that you are a diamond, you are tremendously fortunate. Money can't buy it. Zip code can't buy it. But when you find someone that's going to be in your corner to tell you that, yes, you're a diamond. How many ladies know that? Ladies, how many of y'all know the diamond's your best friend? Yeah. Y'all act like, okay, young man proposed to you, give you a paper ring. What you gonna say? Come out of Apple Jack's box. Yeah. But realize, Amy, this is a dime in mine. Mr. Allen, you have created a diamond mine. You know why? To make a diamond, it starts as a piece of coal, and then there's pressure. Anybody here went through pressure? Anybody went through here the heat of the day? Anybody went through circumstances? You have been molded. I want to tell you, you have been molded, fashioned, and ordained to go forward in a great way, because you are a diamond. You are a diamond. Yes, you are. Looking at me, you are a diamond. Do I really have to get Southern on you, shown off? Where's the bubbler? No, anyway. You're a diamond. You know that when we go through what we go through, it's a story of courage. Because we all have our story of courage. I was able to walk again, and I never imagined with the scars on my legs, and young people can relate to this, that a young lady would love me, for me, despite my scars. And today I'm blessed with 4 children. So it's all good in the hood. Something's working. Yeah. And despite what you go through, it's showing that you can have a life. I read somewhere you can have life more abundantly. What is more abundantly? That you're not worrying about nothing. You can release right now. If you're going through some challenges right now, just say, I ain't worrying about it. Talked to a lady today. She told me a story that the lady told her, put it on the shelf. So whatever you're going through right now, put it on the shelf. Don't go back and take it off and put it back on. Oh, I got to put it back. No, you put it on the shelf. Come up with a strategic plan and move forward. And when you do that, you'll find out how valuable you are. I'm going to give you an example. I brought something here today. What's security? I brought something here today that's worth over $1 million, Mr. Allen. Got real quiet. Put that there. Inside of this box, when you look in here, you say, oh my stars, when I look in here and see what is here right now and how valuable was in this box. How in the world Bob get through security bringing something as valuable as this in this place? I know y'all honest people. But I will give you an example. I will give you an example. Let me see. Young lady, straight ahead right there in the gray sweater. Come here. Yeah, you. Come on. Like Tyler Perry say, don't be scared. God, hey, we do not have the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. Listen. Now, look at me when I give you the instructions. Okay. When you look in this box, only thing I want you to do, look at my eyes, I'm a married man, okay? Look at my eyes. The only thing I want you to do is to confirm that what you see in here is worth over $1 million. Is that fair enough? Is that fair enough? Okay, where are you from? Boston. Okay. God bless the professional football team in Boston. That's another story. Tom Brady, a bad man. But anyway. Okay, you ready? Y'all ready for her to look in here? And she's going to, and don't tell nobody. Please, don't tell nobody what's in here. They're going to have to come to me. Okay? That'll be our secret. Okay, and they are recording this globally. Okay, I just want to let you know that. You ready? Okay, I want you to look right in here. What you see, isn't it valuable? Yeah, it's priceless, and you can't put a price on it. You can't. And when you look what's in here, you see the value and where it's going in the future? I think I do. Okay, have your seat. She just said it. Yes. At the count of 3, everybody say, 1, 2, 3. What's in the box? 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to tell you, but anyway. But listen, what was in it is valuable, right? Precious. Valuable, it's worth over $1 million, right? Don't you think? At least. That's right. I know Amy said, Bob, bring that box over here. We got to raise some money up in here. One more person. Come here, precious. I want you to look in the box, and the only thing I wanted for you to say, what you see in this box is very valuable. And just take your seat and sit down. Okay? Yes. Got it? All right. Take a look. Cameras, don't go over my shoulder. Isn't that valuable? Isn't that valuable?
I don't know how to tell you.
It's priceless, right? What you see is priceless.
Priceless.
All right, have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. So in closing, you come here, come here, come here, come here. We're family, right? We're family. Come on, y'all. We all family, right? Yeah. You know, in family, we always got a curious one. Hold it, hold it. You are like a kid on Christmas Eve.
That's right.
What I'm getting for Christmas? You ain't getting nothing but love. Okay. Now, this is a caveat, like I told you before.
Yes.
Okay. So the cameraman, come here, come here, come here. So the cameraman can get you. Okay. When you look in this box, you're going to see have I, don't.
I'm looking at you. I'm not
Okay,
looking at the
okay,
box.
okay, that'll work, that'll work. As I said to them before, look in the box. Only thing I want you to say, what you see, is it very, very viable? Okay?
Viable, not priceless.
Price, it may be, you think
Okay.
it's priceless? I think it's priceless. Okay, you ready? She like, okay, look in there. It's beautiful, right? Is it beautiful? Is it beautiful? Come on, say it out your mouth.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's priceless,
It's
right?
priceless.
Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat. Give her a big hand. Oh, boy. Amy going to get me. I haven't even started to speak yet. But anyway. Courage in the face of adversity. We all here are change agents. You know, I heard something powerful last night, and it said the amount of degrees that are here, not academic degrees, but you know, I have a third degree burn, someone else have a third degree burn, and if you add it on up, it said it would match the temperature of the sun. Did y'all hear that? So I'm saying today, if we added all of the collective degrees of burns that we have gone through, starting with my third degree burn, starting with my skin grafts, starting with my physical therapy, starting with my tutor, starting with my coach, starting with my family, trying to get together and trying to understand, and starting most important with my faith, it would add up to the total temperature of the sun. Now, what does the sun do? A sun brings sunshine. Even if it's raining like today, guess what? About 30,000 feet, the sun is shining. So guess what? Since you went through what you've been going through, you already at 30,000 feet. You are the sun. You are the bright one that is shining. You are the one that supplies strength and encouragement to people. Each one of us here collectively are the sun. Do you get that? A lot of people say the sun is essential for growth. The sun literally provides opportunity for people. The sun is there that we use the phrase, it's a sunny day. So when you go out into your home, to your community, making an impact in your state, making an impact in this nation, and by the means of communications, making a global impact. The only thing you can say, I'm just part of that shining ray of a sun. And you got to talk to my brothers and sisters when you come here at the Phoenix Society. This is a family reunion. Family reunion. Yeah. Family reunion. Anyway, we are family. So I just want to tell you, stay focused. Follow F. Find you a mentor. Listen. Like the Supreme song says, stop, look, listen to what your heart has to say. Y'all know that song? Stop, look, Listen to your heart and what it says. God gonna give me a singing voice, but that's another story. But anyway, stop looking and listen to what your heart says. You've been in the trenches. You had your back up against the wall. Don't worry about what happened yesterday, because you can't go back into yesterday, and you can't go in the future. So the only thing you got now is the present. And when you're in the present, that's a gift. A 24-hour gift, a 1,440-second gift. And my charge is to you is to invest it, tell your story with dignity and honor, hold your head up high, because you are making, you're on the way to the top, and you're not going to stop. Jam that music. Look at the person next to you and say, I'm on my way. Come on now. To the top. I'm on my way to the top. Come on now. Anybody from the South out here, y'all know how to get crunk up here, all right? Come on, together, come on. I'm on my way to the top. Can't be stopped. I'm on my way to the top. And I can't be stopped. Come on, y'all. I'm on my way. Where you going? To the top. And I can't be stopped. Everybody together, give yourself a big hand.